We like to believe that as we age, we'll be treated with respect and dignity. And for many seniors, that's what happens. Unfortunately, it's also true that many other seniors are abused, often at the hands of someone who's close to them. Martha Miller is the vice chair of the Consortium Against Adult Abuse, and she's here to share the warning signs of abuse and what steps you can take to help. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
How widespread is adult abuse?
Well, the latest statistics from Ohio is there were about 15,000 cases reported last year in the state, but we do believe that that's a very low figure. The research shows that about 8% of seniors will suffer from this at any given time, and in our Northeast Ohio area, that would be about 25,000 people.
Just in Northeast Ohio?
Just in Northeast Ohio.
What are some of the signs that we should be looking for?
Well, there are several types of abuse. There's emotional abuse. People might be depressed, fearful. There's physical abuse, so you might be seeing fractures, you might be seeing bruises or cuts. There's financial abuse, so people might have unpaid bills all of a sudden, or you might get calls from the bank.
Okay.
There is also sexual abuse, and you might see bruising on the inside of the thighs, or someone who's very fearful.
All right, so we've put up emotional, financial, neglect, physical, and sexual, and those are the primary types of abuses that you see. Now, you've made it easier to remember this list and to know what to be looking for through something called the Break the Silence card.
Right. The consortium put together this card, and it's for anyone, primarily first responders, but it has the signs on the card so that people can see them and remember what they are, and then on the other side are the numbers that they can call to get help for the seniors.
And this is very important because people need to know where to call, where to go to if they feel that, you know, a loved one or a friend is being abused, and you have phone numbers for each of the counties, adult abuse programs.
And we encourage people to call if they have any suspicion.
All right, so tell me more about what your consortium does. You've created this card, which is very helpful. What else can you do? Well,
the consortium really is about education and public awareness. So we advocate with our legislators to inform them of the issues. We do a lot of community education, a lot of community speaking, and one of the things we also do is every year we have an annual conference and meeting, and this year that'll be taking place on June 10th, Friday.
Right, coming right up.
Right, at Tri-C East at the Corporate College. It's from 8 to 4. We welcome anyone to come to this conference. We would like the general public to be there, as well as social workers, nurses, attorneys, first responders, anyone who might encounter people who are abused or neglected. We welcome retirees and students as well.
What kinds of things will you be covering at this conference? What will people learn? What will people get out of it?
Well, we want people to understand the dynamics of this issue and certain things to look for, like we talked about the indicators of partner violence. That's what we're focusing on this year, is domestic violence in later life. Also, what are some of the barriers to people reporting, the role of the first responders, learning about resources from each other and strategies, and also discussing Ohio's laws.
All right, and our viewers are invited to go to this, even though there'll also be a lot of professionals there.
Right, anyone can come. We have, it's $80 for people to come if they're professionals, but students and retirees, we have a $35 fee.
All right, now, just to clarify, the consortium itself does not handle specific elder abuse complaints.
Correct. That is the responsibility of each county's Department of Job and Family Service, Adult Protective. That's looked over by the state as well as the local officials.
And again, when someone gets your card, that card that we talked about, that will have the phone numbers of places people can call with complaints.
Yes.
Or with concerns.
Or with concerns, correct.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you so much. This is great information which people need, and
yes,
it's great that you're out there doing it.
Thank you so much.
All right, so you can play a critical role in helping to prevent and stop elder abuse. For more information and to learn how you can get one of those Break the Silence cards, call the number that's coming up next. My thanks to Martha Miller for joining us today.
For more information, call the Consortium Against Adult Abuse at 216-621-8010. Next, join in the dance.